Salutare și bine te-am găsit! Eu sunt Andrei de la 3D in the Box, iar împreună cu echipa mea am fost la Formnext, cel mai mare târg de fabricare aditivă din Germania. Acolo am discutat cu producătorii, le-am luat câteva interviuri, iar unii dintre ei ne-au făcut și niște demonstrații cu noile echipamente lansate. Haideți să le vedem împreună!
So we, as a Sygnis group, we are hardware house for 3D printing. We are creating a machine in new technologies and also as a Zimmer in well-known technology as the FDM.
Okay.
Here, as you can see, it's a printer which allows, the technology is called direct ink writing, and it allows you to print from any semi-liquid material. The extrusion is through air pressure.
Okay.
You have regulator when you can, during printing, regulate the pressure up to 4 bars. And on the headset you have a cartridge which can have like any semi-liquid material. One of the upgrades allows you to install the UV lights which can harden the material during printing, such as resin, for example. And also, if your material is liquid or semi-liquid in the higher temperature, we can adjust the extruder to make it heated up to about 140 degrees. The main customer for these machines are researchers, scientists.
Okay, so
because
we can use it in a lab.
Exactly.
Okay.
The best thing about this printer is its high quality in comparison in the low price. The cost of this machine is about 5,000 euros, and it allows you to use different kind of materials, even which doesn't exist. So in a research lab, in the faculty of material, you can just create new material and form it and then test it. Exactly. That's why this printer is really good for like scientific areas and so on. Here, as you can see, it's the front of the first in the world printer which allows you to print from low temperature glass. The printer is heated up to about 1,000, 1,010, 1,100 degrees. And the technology is really similar to this one which in Sygnis, which we talked about before in the direct ink writing, because it's like a metal tube which inside in it is block of glass, and it's heated up to 1,000 degrees and then spread it on the table to print some form. The main application for this is for cybersecurity and military, for printing the optical fibers which are secure by hardware, not software.
Is this available at this moment or
so
still testing?
So for Sygnis, they are available on the market. We work with a lot of university in Poland right now because the machine can be customized for the customers. We also make a lot of upgrades for some researchers. You know, some wants 150 degrees, some wants twice the size of the printers, and we can do it. We have our own manufacturers, our own R&D team, and we are working on the whole process on the machine.
După cum ai văzut, Sygnis Group a realizat primul sistem de printare 3D cu sticlă la temperatură joasă. În continuare, Shinng 3D ne face o demonstrație cu noul scanner FreeScan Pro.
This is our FreeScan UE Pro. It is our latest member from the FreeScan family.
Okay.
These scanners are metrology grade. They have an accuracy of up to 20 microns. And these are the kind of products we recommend for quality control. It's based on blue laser technology, so it comes super handy when scanning metal parts or reflective parts. Normally with the structural light we need to spray parts, right?
Yes.
But with blue laser it's not necessary anymore. It deals very well with this kind of surfaces. Nevertheless, to get the best results, we still would recommend to spray them. But you can still do it without. Something that's necessary with this technology are these markers, right? We need to place markers on our part in order to keep the alignment. It's a super simple process. I just need to make sure there are always markers being visible and that I stay within the proper distance, which I can control every time here with the backlight of the scanner. This allows me to focus on a certain region and capture inside the holes. We can go up to 3 times the diameter of the hole inside, or we could also rescan some regions at a higher resolution. For instance, these letters we have here. So I will select this region and I will tell the software that I want to rescan it at a higher resolution. In this case, 50 microns. Now the data has disappeared, and when I resume the scan, another laser pattern appears. It will only scan the region we have selected. The operation is a bit slower than before. This is because of the higher resolution, but after a while you will notice how well the details have been captured. This way we obtain a hybrid mesh that has only higher resolution in the regions of interest and not everywhere. We have a lot of customers in the automotive sector or in any kind of manufacturing process that want to check either all parts of a short batch or unique parts they create. Normally they use the 3D scan data to compare it with a CAD file with the nominal dimensions, so they can understand how good the process has been done.
Foarte impresionantă tehnologia prezentată de Shinng 3D. Scanerele handheld ne permit să scanăm obiecte de mari dimensiuni, să le verificăm, modificăm sau chiar să le printăm 3D. Desigur că pentru printarea de mari dimensiuni avem nevoie de o imprimantă specială, industrială. Cei de la Tractus 3D au soluția pentru aceste echipamente.
Well, the printer we have here is the newest one in the lineup. We released it in May this year. It's got quite a new set of new features compared to the old ones. Old ones had wheels, now we're on linear slides. Previous model had an external extruder, now it's direct drive. The chamber here is heated. You can store the filament, and the top cabinet is also heated, so for polycarbonate it takes a lot of moisture from the air. We can dry it out, and you can print up to 2.1 meters high, so it's quite big. And it's the biggest model we have, and we go a little bit shorter. Interface is duet controlled, so it has a duet board. It uses rep firmware, so basically it's open source firmware. We put a little bit of our own flavor in there, but yeah, it's fully customizable. So the good thing is you can also use your own media, your own plastics. There's a small camera here in front to keep track of your first layer, and then also this printhead is interchangeable. When you buy this machine, you get 2 printheads. Service contract is included, so basically if you have a problem with one of the printheads, you send it back to us and we fix it. This is actually the printhead in its current form. So it has the printhead itself and the extruder motor here behind the cover, and you can use this torque wrench to change your nozzle. And basically this tightens it to, I believe, 1.5 Newton meters. So there's no way for the customer to over tighten it or to under tighten it. And the nice thing is, usually on the E3D systems you had to grab some set of pliers to hold the block and unscrew the nozzle. But this is so thick and so strong that you can just use the wrench on the machine while it's mounted. The machine can print up to 300 millimeters a second, but depending on the nozzle size, the layer height, and the material even, this will change quite a bit. So it's really hard to say, but I would say good average is around 150 millimeters a second. You can print faster, but also the main benefit of the direct drive is that there's less slack in the system, so you need less retraction. So when moving from point A to B without extruding plastic, it's easier to pull back and not have the stringing effect. Yeah.
Vreau să-ți prezint acum un producător care de la prototip până în acest moment nu a încetat să inoveze. Este vorba despre Snapmaker, cunoscutul producător pentru imprimante 3D 3 în 1. Printare 3D, gravare laser și CNC. 3 moduri de lucru, o construcție solidă, completă din aluminiu. Un astfel de echipament depășește atât barierele printării 3D, cât și cele ale prelucrării CNC. De fapt, cele două se completează perfect. Urmărim în continuare cele mai recente modele lansate de Snapmaker.
Talking about J1, you only need to know 3 things, and 3 things only. IDEX, fast, affordable. This is the one you want. If you're looking for, increase your productivity, production kind of efficiency, this will be the model that you're looking for. Say for example, closer. This is the quality that you look. For J1. In this 3D printing board, we all know Benchy. You 3D print a Benchy. For J1, you're looking for 18 minutes to print 2 Benchy. So this is the speed. Yeah. This is the speed that you're looking for. It's open source that you can use. Not only Snapmaker filament, you can use the third-party one, and it's available for PLA, ABS, TAG, for example, and also this is a good example. You can also, to do with the dual printing head, you can also use, to do this kind of water soluble support. So when it comes down to R&D prototyping, this is actually really useful. So talking about artisan, this is our big buddy here. This time everything is stronger. One thing that I like about artisan is that, first of all, it comes with a big, this is power supply that you can, basically, for this one you can do all the setting on the power supply, and also the emergency button also come in the top. So this is about safety first. Everything is about safety. So say if you want to stop the print or maybe stop the CNC carving, you just literally press the button. This is a quick swap kind of a switch here, up here. So if you just switch that, you can literally change the tool head in literally 1 second.
Yeah,
so
a lot of users waited for this upgrade.
This is a really good improvement. So you can laser engraving on, say for example, wood or acrylic or different kind of material, or maybe even leather. For example, if you have like a wallet that if you want to, laser engraving your cat, for example, that's doable in a way. And because for this one, it's coming with the 10-watt laser cutting module. That means you can cut deeper. You can do a lot of work with wood, different artwork. Say for example, if you in the university, you're on some sort of art project, so that would be good. Another thing is that say if you are running a bakery, if you make cakes, for example, you can also maybe if you're making a birthday cake to some of your friends, you can also DIY a say maybe happy birthday logo, something like that on the cake. So for this new buddy here, everything comes in the same package, including the enclosure, including the laser head and the CNC head. So in a way, it's like this is like in a way you talk about Snapmaker. You're talking about buy one get two free. I think what makes Snapmaker stand out is about the quality that we provide straight from the unboxing. It's about the user interaction between the product and the user. And what I'm trying to say is about the quality that we can provide, the quality that we provide to the user. It's actually very important.
Foarte multe noutăți de la Snapmaker, după cum ați putut observa. Modelele J1 și Artisan le puteți comanda de pe site-ul nostru. De la Snapmaker mergem la Omni 3D, un producător de imprimante 3D industriale localizat în Polonia. Hi Thomas, how are you?
Okay, it's great to see you. It's the first time.
Yeah, we after a few years of collaboration we finally meet. Thomas is the sales manager. Tell me, what we have here today?
Okay, so we are from Omni. We are from Poland. We exist from 2013, but in 2015 or 16 we changed our rule to, let it say, industrial machine. We started cooperating in 2020, I think, in the middle. Yes, so it was a COVID time. This is why we did not have a chance to meet each other. It's fantastic to see you. And what we are doing is the big machines. The idea of this machine is to build a industrial printer with all industrial style thinking, but with a local material. So for example, you can see here inside we have a Bontek extruder, one of the lightest extruder in 3D printing, in industrial 3D printing. To make it industrial, Yes, and easy to use. We implement last year. This is an upgrade from the basic of the machine. We implement the bob head lifting system, automatic. This means that at this moment the machine is totally easy to use because it has an automatic leveling of bob heads of the platform, and what is more, we can use a mesh compensation. I will explain in 3 words what's that, for both extruder. Mesh compensation is, imagine that you are printing with this big surface and there are always some wrinkles on the platform. So mesh compensation is a system that checks 25 points in the printer, and during printing the platform is going up and down to minimize all wrinkles that you have. By this you can minimize the raft, for example, which is always a constant time for anything. Factory 2.0 Net is our top machine. This is probably 80% of our business. The machine is famous because of accuracy and repeatability. Yes, we are reaching this, we are achieving this by having a system that is cooling down directly the filament inside the extruder.
Okay.
By cooling down, that means that the temperature of the filament inside the extruder is about 20 degrees. All of the filaments that you have on the market, they are far away from the deflection point. They are very stiff. And you are pushing the stiff filament through the nozzle or to the nozzle, and you know that the liquefying of this is only in the nozzle. What we have made, and this is fantastic because this is the magic of Omni, in this moment we know how much filament is inside the nozzle, how much filament is liquefying, and we are comparing it by the filament flow sensor with a G-code.
Okay.
So this is probably one of the few machines all over the world that from the beginning that you are starting printing, yes, you can get what you have on your screen on your computer. What you design, it will be printed, because this is something that you have on the screen is a G-code. And the machine is comparing constantly the G-code that it gets. So really,
it's very user friendly.
It's not easy to start, because if you are working with this machine at the beginning, yes, and you're treating it like that open machine or some other producers, yes, the machine will not allow you to go with some, let it say, garbage. Yes, it will stop. We have an active heated chamber here on below. You have the ventilator with a very big heater. The ventilator creates, let it say, something like a cyclone inside. Yes.
Okay.
So the air is coming up and down, and heating the object. So this helps you to control the process of shrinking. Yes, drying process. Yes, because when you have all the stable temperature of all your printout, it's much more easy or more predictable, yes, how the shrinkage will react. We have here a dryer, yes, that you can put, a little bit messy inside, but you can put two rolls, 3 kilogram. You can take the filament out of here and place it directly to the printer. It's much more efficient because you can buy 2 or 3 dryer and change it when you are changing the process. We develop a print washer where you can put a full size of the printing volume inside. You have 150 liter of water with dissolving material. We are heating it up to 70 degrees even, and we are rotating the water, creating a waves to dissolve it faster.
Nu e așa că vrei să printezi mai rapid? Rise 3D este un producător de imprimante 3D profesionale, modelele acestora fiind cele mai vândute, cel puțin în România, din gama profesională. Rise 3D a lansat recent un upgrade pentru seria Pro 3 și anume Hyperspeed Upgrade Kit. Totuși, cum păstrezi calitatea la o viteză de până la 10.000 de mm pe secundă? Hai să vedem!
So we have our Pro 3 series here,
Okay.
and this year we are releasing the Hyperspeed Upgrade Kit, especially for the Pro 3s.
Great.
Which, in simple, we are making it 2 to 4 times faster in printing speed now.
Okay, great.
Right now it is printing this part in ABS. In originally speed, in the normal speed of Pro 3, it takes 8 to 9 hours to finish. But with our Hyperspeed grade upgrade kits installed, right now it only takes 4.5 hours. The calibrator here is an accelerometer inside, and we are adopting Clipper's input shaper algorithm.
Okay.
So this
Right.
algorithm is basically we take out the original hot ends, we plug this one in, and then this one will start to vibrate in X and Y axis, and during vibration this accelerometer will record the frequency of the vibration of the printhead. And once these data are loaded in our firmware, during actual printing it will work like a noise cancelling headphone that it will feedback the signal to cancel out the vibration during movement, and that's how we ensure the print quality in much higher speed. So we were having an E2 which is meant for normal thermoplastics, and right now we are having a new one which is E2CF. CF stands for carbon fiber, which is specially made for durable printing of carbon fiber filaments. So the difference here is that first on the hot ends we are printing the gears and the nozzles are silicone carbonized, so they can ensure a much durable printing, like long-term printing with carbon fiber materials. As we all know, like they are abrasive, so these are anti-abrasive, and these are the print results of this PA12CF. We also have its support material specially made for the PA12CF, which is breakaway, so you can just by hand just break it away with the support. We also have PVA glass fiber. You can always connect the printer to your adiamaker as long as your laptop are under the same Wi-Fi network. And in that case, you can remote control the interface on the printer. And even access the camera to see how the print goes. That's by adiamaker. Another way is our Race Cloud. So all our printer can be connected to our Race Cloud platform. And from that cloud platform, you can access the camera to see how your prints go. We have here the RMF 500. So based on this name, you already know that RMF means rapid manufacturing fiber, and 500 means its build volume is 500, 500, 500. And this one is a machine that only prints composite filaments, so only carbon fiber or glass fiber infused filaments. The biggest advantage of this machine is speed. It can, right now it is printing at 350 mm per second, but with firmware updates in the future, it can print up to 700 mm per second.
Wow, impressive.
So it was really fast. The speed comes from the X and Y axis that we are using linear motors. So there are like on the rails, there are one rails of magnets that are moving the printheads. And also like the E2, it is IDEX system, so to separate print heads, you can, like E2, you can print like in double or mirror mode, or just one for the model, one for the support
structure, yeah.
So we have 4 filament box, 2 for each print head, and so if one disk runs out, the other one will automatically switch the filament. And here, like the ETCF, we have in ETCF we have the filament dry box, right? Here it's also a filament dry box because we are using a vacuum system that once the humidity is below 15%, it will output drying air to get the wet air out of the box. So just to keep the filament dry in a long time. As long as the machine is turned on, the filament is kept dry. So the fourth one is actually built based on the Pro 3, so you can see the similarity. The difference that it comes with a glass bed and also this big frame that we specially made for metal printing. Filament-wise, we are collaborating with BASF. Right now it is printing BASF's Ultra Field 316L.
Okay.
It can also print 74 pH. And for the support, we have the ceramic support, which is also from BASF.
Okay.
So right now what is printing right now, we call it green part. Green parts is basically like the filament. It's basically polymers mixed with metal powders.
Yeah.
And then we take out the green parts once it is finished printing. So we take the green parts and we put this into the debinder here, which is called D200E. We put the part in, and on the side of the debinder we are using a solution there's a bottle of acid or citric acid mixed with alcohols.
Okay.
We heat it up to 120 to 140 degrees, and then they become steam. And then the steam will be driven by the fan inside to fulfill the chamber.
Yeah.
So the acid would have a really good touch with the part to get rid of the polymers from the part. Then we put the parts into the sintering machine here. Here there should be another, which is not showing here, there's another graphite chamber. We put it into that graphite chamber and then we close it. And this machine will vacuum the chamber and heat up the part to 1300 degrees. And then after the process, we take it out, we get the metal part at the end.
Aceștia au fost câțiva dintre producătorii prezenți la Formnext. Eu am fost Andrei, iar până data viitoare îți urez spor la printat. Dacă nu ai încă o imprimantă 3D, te invit la noi pe site 3dinbox.ro pentru a-ți achiziționa una. Te salut!